are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the ball, feel a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the road, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. In this moment, own your name. You are a winner in this game. You are a winner, stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Stand tall, the sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. In the mirror, what do you see? Out in the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the road, feel a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the road, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the game. In the mirror, what do you see? Out in the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back again to another edition of Sports Show Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. We are live on two platforms, reviewing the big game, the biggest game of the weekend between Chelsea and Arsenal Football Club. These two teams have long rivalry in terms of the bragging rights. Who sees himself to be the bigger in London? And yes, on Sunday, both two clubs clash. Both are on different standards. One is still above the other, but on the pitch, they were fighting for supremacy. Arsenal shows what they were, how dominant they've been in the past 2 years, challenging Manchester City, being about placing second every season, the past 2 seasons. But Chelsea, new generation, new manager, new young players, were on top. They never gave up. They fought to the end. Brilliant goals coming from Martinelli, who put Arsenal ahead, and also another goal, brilliant wonder strike from Pedro Neto, formerly of Wolverhampton Wanderers, who love being at Chelsea because he has lots of players that countryman Renato Viego, and also you can talk about Joao Felix. His love in London. Jadon Sancho questions about Cole Palmer's physical healthiness, if he's going to be ready to play that game. All those things were in it. We look at it, we saw it. But yeah, we're gonna look into the game, review the game between Chelsea and Arsenal. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 1. Neto scores, Escrima, Caicedo Lavia BOSS, the midfield, Colwill, passings, masterclass, and fun Q&A. Join us for the post-match analysis, highlights, and your questions are always welcome. Don't forget to like Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and be part of our new community. If you're watching us live on X and YouTube, don't forget to like and follow us on all these platforms. Stick with us. Stephen G is here in the studio with us. We're gonna get this together. Also, we're not gonna be here just talking. We're gonna back our arguments with statistics. We get all these information ready for you as the strip goes on. So do not go anywhere. Stick with us. We will be right back in just a second. Welcome back, folks. Today we'll be looking at some key important points in the game that we witnessed on Sunday. We'll be looking at Neto's impact, analyze his performance, highlighting his goals and overall contribution to Chelsea's attack, discuss the potential and the most key things we saw from Pedro Neto. Also, we'll be looking at Caicedo and Lavia midfield control, explain how their partnership has been very solidified. Chelsea's midfield providing stability and allowing more attacking freedom. Whether it gives it balance, it makes Chelsea, like we all said, it gives that stability. But going forward, what do we lack from these two players? We will look into that. Also, Levi Colwill passing range. We're going to showcase his impressive passing ability, how it dictates Chelsea's build-up play using statistics, visual emphasis on his impact on Chelsea's game yesterday. And last but not least, Enzo Maresca's philosophy. We will analyze Chelsea's performance in the context of Maresca's tactics, emphasizing the team's bravery and commitment to playing out from the back, which has been that difficult for some teams. Playing out from the back is still an easy thing. So that's why we are here today to look into that carefully. So if you're here, I'm sure you're going to enjoy today's program. Yes, join us as we go through it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and send your comments in. Let us know where you're watching the stream from. Steven is here with me. We will get the show going. Welcome back again, Steven G. Busy weekend for you, isn't it? Long weekend.
Yeah, very long weekend, bro. Very long. You right?
Man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm doing wonderful. And weekend I saw Chelsea ladies beating Liverpool convincingly. They're beating everyone left, right, center. Beautiful.
Bro, I had a Liverpool fan trying to say to me they're going to win. Bear in mind, this is another person that also watches women's football, yeah?
Yeah.
My simple response was, right, you might have beaten us the last 2 times we played at your stadium, but have you been watching? Because if you've been watching, you know you are in trouble. And then we cooked them, so...
I saw it coming in the distance. I knew Chelsea were going to beat them. So I wasn't worried. I was just chilling, lying on my bed, through my cell phone, ESPN, and showing it. Oh, I see Agibiba Jones running left, right, center. Then I see, Millie Bright in charge of the midfield. I was safe. I know it's all done. It's all done for me. Also, yes, the men met Arsenal, Stamford Bridge. 2, London teams always fighting for supremacy, like I always say. 1-1 was the scoreline with Pedro Neto won the goal. Streamer from outside the 18. And also it didn't end there. Late at night, 8 p.m. my time, all the way to like 12 p.m. My eyes were widely open watching my Detroit Lions football, trying to finish it, trying to make it 8-1. Something that hasn't been done since 1995. The guys were able to do it. But that's how my weekend went. So if you're asking of how my weekend was, I'm very, very happy. I'm a very happy guy. Chelsea 1-1, women winning, I think 3-0. Then my Lions beating the, Texans with is it Texas? Yeah.
Texans.
Texans. Yeah, beating Texas, Houston, Texas by 34-37 or something. With impressive what's his name again? The kicker, Jake Bate finishing it, making history on that night. So let's talk about football, Steven. Let's talk about football. You were at Stamford Bridge. We met you. We were live at Stamford Bridge. You were here with us. You told us the build-up. We saw setting, images and all that. Cole Palmer was the question mark prior to the game. We're wondering if Cole Palmer was going to be in the game, but certainly it looks like Palmer has been involved in training, but no one knew that. How did Chelsea keep that secret from everyone, from the media?
I mean, remember I said to you, bro, I said it looks like he's an image, and then I directed you to tweets that suggested that he's going to be involved. So all I'm going to say is kind of saw it coming. To an extent, I didn't know how much he would play, but whilst couldn't tell you how much I thought he would play because I had no idea. Once I started seeing the things I was seeing, I had an inkling that he would play for Chelsea on the weekend because realistically, if he was in training, the likelihood was he was going to play. They didn't want to take a risk. He's had pain and swelling after the game, as you'd expect. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it was potentially a risk, although Maresca says it wasn't, for him to play. And look, at the end of the day, it was what it was. He played and he got through the game without any issues other than a little bit of pain, a little bit of swelling by the sounds of it. So, yeah, I know he's shown up to England as well. I know that he's arrived.
Palmer. Yeah, I saw a little. I feel like he's walking a bit. He's got some discomfort.
He had the limp after the game.
Leaving Stamford Bridge.
He had the limp after the game.
I don't know
Like
how
he's shown
serious
up
it is.
with England. I presume England to do their checks and whatnot. But we'll have to see if he plays or not. I don't know whether he will, but if he doesn't, I ain't gonna complain.
Beautiful. Guys, if you're watching live, there's a few questions I want to ask you. Like I said, is this tactical turning point for Chelsea's under Enzo Maresca? Let me know in the comment section below if you're watching this live on X. Also, let me know your thought on Enzo Maresca's tactics with if you've seen statistics on Levi Colwill build-up play. There was a little, everyone makes mistake. I'll tell you this. Sanchez makes mistake all the time, but it looks like we're done talking about Sanchez until there's been some changes. So today we're not going to dwell. We're not going to spend so much time on Sanchez. We'll move on from Sanchez, but we'll look at the positive aspect of yesterday's game. Colwill's build-up play. We're going to show you statistics, numbers on yesterday's game by, Levi Colwill. So we're not going to be yapping over here unnecessary. So if you're joining us here, we're reviewing yesterday's game between Chelsea.
You know the one I sent you is for the season and not for yesterday, right?
Yeah. I haven't really looked into it, but I just put it in there. But
Okay.
I have another. Okay. But I have some from yesterday, which I'll definitely put it on my screen. Some of them from yesterday. Build I play. Okay. All right. So yeah, let me review that. Let's look at that. If it's for the season, it's still going to be involved a little bit from yesterday. They probably make an update. I'm not so sure how much of an update they have on it, but they probably have some update on it. Let me put that on my screen.
The one that Chelsea put would have been included this weekend, and the one that I sent of different ones was from the Premier League website, so that also would have been from this weekend.
Which one is this? Is it Levi Colwill? Because it doesn't have a name on it.
What one? Hang on.
Can you see the screen?
I think I said it to you. So, if I remember rightly, Fofana was the left and Colwill was the right, I think. Hang on, I sent it to someone else as well. Give me 2 seconds. It was Fofana left, Colwill right.
But on my screen, how do I know whose statistics are really this?
I'm telling you now. I'm telling you. The left side is
this one?
Fofana. No. On any of the ones from the Premier League website, any of the ones that have the white background, the left side is Fofana, the right side is Colwill.
Okay. Any of these ones, the left one is for Fofana, and the right one is for Colwill. Okay, I get it now. So you're talking about assists, big chances created, passes, pass complete.
Both our centre backs
completion.
have created a big chance this season in the Premier League.
Okay.
You can see 1-on-1. Colwill is up there for the most passes. I can't remember how high he was exactly.
If I've had this on time, I would have make a visual where I can put his image and then put this on the side to make it easy.
It's because on the Premier League website, once you scroll down a bit, it cuts off the picture. So I just had to do it the way I had to do it to get it sent over, because it was more to check other stats compared to what Chelsea put, because Chelsea only put a few.
All right, so true ball. If I think the most important thing that I have to look at is not the touches. Touches will be easy because these guys are always playing out from the back. So the numbers for Colwill, Levi Colwill, and Wesley Fofana are always going to double up because most of the time they start the attack. So I'm looking at the passes forward, and then pass completion.
Yeah, they're not doing too many back to Sanchez.
That's
the positive. But when it does happen, panic stations because Sanchez has the ball.
Right. Big chances created. They've created yesterday, man. I think either Fofana, what are you doing? This is something that I've been talking about, Steven, that our defenders has to practice scoring goals. Because if you remember, Steven, you and I sat here one day.
He was getting hugged, literally hugged.
I know John Terry's been hacked. Gary Cahill has always been hacked. But this guy has always managed that the ball always gets on target. So our defenders has to get goals. At least 7 goals or 10 goals have to come from our defenders. Split them up. Wesley Fofana, at least 5 goals a season. And Levi Colwill. Do what?
Are you talking defenders or centre-backs?
Centre-backs. Not just the defenders. Centre-backs. Because most of the time, every set piece, they are in the 18. And they have to use the height advantage very, very well when we get to. Because sometimes you can meet a team, a low-blood team, where they don't give you that chance to score many goals. So you have to use those set pieces. That is when Gabriel Magalhaes from Arsenal, he comes in place. Saliba also comes in place. Our defenders need to be more lively in the opposition box than they've always been. I've seen Tosin going to go during the weekend against Noah.
Between all the Chelsea centre-backs last season, there was 7. You had 3 from Thiago Silva alone, 2 from Disasi, 1 from Gilchrist, so that's 6. 8.
6.
1 from Colwill, and then 1 from Chalobah. So you had 8 last season from all the centre-backs combined.
But that tells most of these players that you mentioned their name, they don't get regular game time. But most of these players that get game time.
Silva did.
Yes, Silva. But Gilchrist doesn't get game time. Not many game time for Chalobah either.
Not many game time for Chalobah. He came in and he started basically every game from January when he returned.
But this season, not Cucurella. I wouldn't say Cucurella doesn't have the height. He doesn't go in. Most of the time he stays behind. So.
He's actually a midget.
He doesn't have the height. So I wouldn't count Cucurella. But Levi Colwill and Wesley Fofana, they have at least the whole entire season. 5 goals from these players. 5 goals from our centre-backs alone will help the team. Then we can worry about the midfield, then the attack. 5 goals. They get chances. Levi Colwill especially. Wesley Fofana also. Their balls never get on target. It's something that they have to work on it. And it's not them alone, but the set piece, coach or the defensive coach or whatever is in there have to help these players.
One thing I will say, right, is the other day when we played against, what's it called? When we played against Noah the other night, yeah, I think Enzo took a lot of our corners, and they were consistent. They were consistently good the other night. They were always a threat. I don't think we were that bad from corners yesterday, to be honest. From what I remember, the little that I remember, I don't think we were that bad from our deliveries.
All right. So it was impressive. It was impressive game yesterday. It was very, very impressive. But let's look at individual. Look, we've talked about Colwill. We've seen their statistics this season. Him and Wesley Fofana. It's been impressive. But what about the man himself? How is he enjoying life at Stamford Bridge?
Bro, I don't know if
how is this guy enjoying life.
I hope I got it on video. If I have, I'm gonna send you the videos later when I can look through them.
Okay.
When he scored, I kid you not, Enzo Fernandez is running, going like this. He's running like a madman.
It was hard to see the whole picture because the camera is just showing us that's this individual. But you at the stadium, you guys can enjoy. You can see what's going on at the touchline.
I really do hope so.
All right, guys, stand by for that video. I will upload those videos because those are behind the scenes.
I didn't get that bit. I got like the end of the celebration as they're all running as a group. But
okay. Yeah, you guys will get the some scenes that you don't see on TV because the camera is not going to give you some. You're not going to show you those images coming from the touchline and some other players.
7 seconds.
Okay. But yeah, Pedro Neto, bro. Pedro Neto impact yesterday, contribution to Chelsea's attack was just immense. The pace, the energy, Caicedo. I haven't even talked about Caicedo yet, but guys, we haven't talked about Caicedo. But we will.
That one challenge towards the end of the game where he was covering and he got the tackle just before the halfway line.
Yeah,
bro, did you see his reaction to that?
He put his I think he slapped the floor or something like that. It's like, what the hell, guys? Come on.
It's nice to actually see passion from our players. Our players actually care. It's nice. It's refreshing. We've not had this for so long. We have the odd player that did recently, but for the most part, we've not had it. And now it seems like the majority of the players actually care. They actually want to fight for the badge. And when you see these little reactions, yeah, it's so nice to see, because you can look at a team and go, do they care? But then if you see a moment where there's a big challenge or there's a big goal or a big clearance, and you see them going mad, like crazy, like celebrating it, you see what it means to the players.
Sorry, I clicked on.
Yeah, you see what it means to the players in that moment.
I can just help it.
Huh?
I can just help it, but let me click on it. Go ahead, keep talking, Steven.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, last couple of seasons, I feel like we didn't have that. And then you look at the away trip to Anfield earlier in the season, I think it was Jackson was sat on the floor. I think you had, I think Neto was on the floor. He turned around and he was hitting the floor in frustration after the result as well. The other month. This is what I'm saying. It's so refreshing to see players that want to be here, want to fight for the badge. And it's like, to me, when I see that, as a fan, I love it, right? Because I'm like, these players care as much about the results, as much about the club as I do as a fan. Whereas in recent years, I feel like we've not really had that.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So recent years, I feel we haven't really had that. Last year, I feel like after defeats and draws and stuff, there was a lot of laughing and joking, whether that be with each other or with the opposition. And this year, you see it, man. You see the frustration, the anger, the disappointment. You see it, and it's just so nice. Give me a second. I've got a phone call. I'll be back.
All right. So, all right, I'll just entertain anyone that is watching live on the stream with the question is, how important is Neto, Pedro Neto? How important is he becoming a key player for Chelsea squad? But whilst we're waiting for Steven to get into that, I'm going to let you guys see the some of the highlights on my screen, because we got a different our own what they call it, images from the game yesterday. Let me share that screen so you guys can see it. This is what we recorded from the stream live yesterday. Watch it. Let's watch it. Watch it. There you go. So there you are. It wasn't that long of a video, but 26 second of a video for the celebration of that wonder goal coming from Pedro Neto. This guy, he has that fighting spirit. You can tell he wants to win. Right from the blow of the referee's whistle, you can tell that the anger for him to nail that spot. And I feel like he might be taking, very soon, he will be getting one of these spots. He will be in a starting lineup for Chelsea each and every day. He was in the starting lineup for Chelsea yesterday because Sancho wasn't fit. Sancho was ill, so he wasn't in the lineup. But if Sancho was fit, he would have been in that position. But to me, I feel like Neto is trying to secure a spot for himself with his performance yesterday and previous performance that we've seen in the Conference League and also in the Premier League. He might end up playing on the right-hand side if Madueke doesn't lift up his game. The competition is very high, and Enzo Maresca have made it, publicly that he wants two players in
You're not a
each
guaranteed
position.
starter, is what he's saying.
Yeah, but he wants two players in each
I've got to
position
hop
as
in
well.
quick because I've got to go and help get shopping up, so I'll be back in like 5 minutes. But what I will say is I think Neto is going to start starting on the right when Sancho's back. I think Madueke needs to be dropped. I think he will be dropped. Just because Neto, I feel like it's been more impactful. Bro, you saw him mugging off Ben White like for a good 10, 15 seconds before he put a great ball in. Unfortunately, Gusto didn't score. But, bro, that one moment, you just every now and then when he done it and Ben White put his foot up, there was like little olays and stuff. It was quite funny. But I'll be back in like 5 minutes. I've got to do this.
All right, take care of things. I'll be right here. Going to what do you have here? And I'll go this way. Let me get Steven out for now. I'll get Stevie out for now until he returns. Then I'll get him back in the studio. Go with this. Guys, apologize. I wasn't expecting this, so I gotta do this real quick. No, I don't want this. I don't want this. I'm probably gonna go with this one. So guys, we're still going through yesterday with the impact of Pedro Neto. Was very, very interesting. And give me a second. Let me bring this down. It's too loud in my ears. Yeah, just like I said, the impact of Pedro Neto, does it secure him the starting place after we return? He said no. Maresca said no one is guaranteed a position or a start at Chelsea Football Club. Each position has 2 players each. That gives us that wide range and time for players to recover and go again. Because the Premier League, just as we all know, the most difficult watch league in the world. It is a difficult league in the world. No other league has that intensity, doesn't provide that intensity like the Premier League does. Look at Manchester City. Manchester City lost. Tottenham Hotspur lost to Ipswich over the weekend. Aston Villa struggling. And right now, it looks like Liverpool are the only one that have found it a bit at ease, moving on 8 points right now between they and Manchester City. If it keep going on, it will be very difficult to catch Liverpool. But I believe that they will drop some points along the way. They've already dropped points against Nottingham Forest. They will drop points again. Imagine if they lose Salah. That's the end. Salah is always a player that builds Liverpool out anytime they're in trouble. So I believe that as time goes on, it will be challenging for Liverpool. But Caicedo and Lavia in the midfield, I've talked about these 2 players. I've talked about these 2 key players. Caicedo, Lavia. Let me have them on my screen. Right now. I need Caicedo. All right, where's Caicedo? All right, let me get Caicedo and Lavia. Honestly speaking, these 2 players provide a lot of security in our team, in Chelsea's team. But going forward, there is a problem. They go solid. Look, Caicedo and Lavia midfield control. The partnership has really solidified Chelsea's midfield, providing stability and allowing for more attacking freedom. But going forward, I feel like there's a bit of a gap between the DMs and our attacking players. Look, if you watch the game very carefully, look at the time that Enzo Fernandez came in and took Lavia out. You realize that there was a balance. Enzo was pushing things out forward. Enzo was taking wonderful and would I say precise free kicks where all these free kicks were on point. Assists, passes. Enzo was involved in Pedro Neto's goal. Enzo was involved in that Pedro's goal. If you watch it carefully, Enzo was involved with the build-up to Pedro's goal. Enzo was involved. So I've sit here many times. I watch football. I've been watching football since 1990. Was when I watched my first ever World Cup. Since 1990, I've watched football and I know football. So if I see an imbalanced team, to be honest with you, I'll tell you. Caicedo, Lavia, good defensive duel. They solidify our defense, but going forward, there's a problem. There's a big problem with these two players. Caicedo doesn't do that. Caicedo is more of N'Golo Kante. I saw more of a trace of N'Golo Kante in Caicedo yesterday, where I saw Jorginho in Lavia take the ball away. He controls the ball. But Lavia, the only thing that you get from Lavia is the strength. He gives you extra strength, protection. He doesn't need someone to protect him when he's on the ball. Unlike Jorginho, he needs a Kante to protect him, so when he loses the ball, it can be recovered by Kante. But Lavia is not that way. Lavia doesn't need that much protection. He can handle it with ease and pass the ball very, very well. But long range passes, you're not going to get that from Lavia. It's all going to be with either Wesley Fofana or Levi Colwill or Moses Caicedo. Though these three players provide those long range passes to Colwill, Palmer and Madueke and Neto on the left hand side, or they drop deep. If you want to get more long range passes, that's when you have to bring in Enzo Fernandez. That's when you need a player like Enzo Fernandez. So to me, Enzo Fernandez, Lavia, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo give you a balanced team instead of just playing those two players. Without Enzo, probably wouldn't have get that goal that Neto had. I'll say it. Maybe without Enzo, we wouldn't have had that. And he came on before we had that goal. Big up to you, JC. Big up to you, JC. I hope you're doing very well. I'm not so sure of your time, but my time over here is 12:42. So good afternoon to you. And JC, probably good morning. Maybe. JC said, big up to you, Nee and Steven. Steven was here. Steven just hopped off for a second, but he'll be back. He'll be back. As soon as he come back, you shoot me a message. I'll let him. JC said, Lavia had an average game, in my opinion. Only okay, I may be wrong. Only if he may be wrong. He said, the biggest story of the day, David Coates. Yes, I've seen that video. David Coates, yeah, Premier League referee, and how he really, the message he sent to Liverpool fan is not good. I mean, if you talk about judging Klopp as an individual, that is okay. But Klopp is not there anymore. But this is direct shot to all Liverpool fans and the Klopp himself. You get what I'm saying? Premier League will deal with it, but I feel like he doesn't care. I don't know how he got to that video. Maybe they were ready to let that video out. Yeah, he was ready to let. David was ready to let that video out. It's suspended for PGMOL with immediate effect. Yes, I think he was ready. He doesn't care. If indeed he cared, he wouldn't have put that video out there. And I don't think a video was being done yesterday or a couple of days ago. Video has been done a long time ago. They've been holding on to it. David doesn't care. All right, my friend here. Big up to you, my friend. What's the name? It goes by. Let me make sure I pronounce the name very well. It says, is it Sharia? No, I don't want to butcher your name. With all due respect, I don't want to destroy your name. So it says, if Chelsea goes for a singing, is it a signing? Sorry, not a signing goal. Is it goalie? Okay, next season, who should we sign between Lunin and who again? Kelleher. Is it Kelleher for Liverpool? I won't go for him. Out of the two, who do you think will be a better fit? Is it Lunin? Is it Andrew Lunin from Real Madrid? Is it Andrew Lunin from Real Madrid? Look, this is how I'm going to put it. It's always easy to pick up a Premier League player. Why? Because that player I've already seen, understand the terrain of the English Premier League. He knows how to go about it. But if you bring in a player that has not tasted the powers of the English Premier League, it's going to take him a while to adapt to the culture, adapt to the environment, adapt to the style of play. Andrew Lunin, I'm not so sure how good he is with playing out from the back, because Real Madrid have been conceding 4 goals. Not too long ago they conceded many goals from Barcelona and more. So I'm not so sure with Lunin, but if you're talking about a goalkeeper, there are good keepers out there. I will recommend that Chelsea should go in for. I will recommend that Chelsea should go in for Mac Magnon from AC Milan. He is a good goalkeeper.
His issue is injuries, though.
I think Chelsea can manage very well. Chelsea have shown this season that they can manage players' injuries.
Have you seen how many injuries this guy has had as a goalkeeper? It's mental.
And what's the injury?
I'll get it up now, and then I'm going to share my screen.
Okay, what's the injury pertain? What kind of injury? Is it groin? Is it hamstring? Is it shoulder dislocation? What is the injury that the AC Milan cannot control very well? But thank you very much, my brother here, for your your wonderful question. I want to know where Steven stand on it. Well, some years I've given my point of view on it. JC said English referee and English ref run a soap opera. The level of refereeing in the UK is a disgrace, according to him. Officiating is really a disgrace. Officiating is really a disgrace. They know there's a problem there, but they don't want to admit it. What is it, Steven?
What did you want my opinion on?
My friend here, he was asking which of these goalkeeper. He's asking Luna and Kelly, Liverpool and Real Madrid. Which of these goalkeepers will I go for, or will we go for if they are available for us? And I said, I wouldn't go for any of these two goalkeepers.
I don't mind Lunin, but I don't want him as a number one. Hang on, I'm trying to zoom it in enough that it won't show the ad, but it's not working.
Okay.
But yeah, so he's had finger injury last year, duct injury last year, muscle fatigue last year, knee bruise last year, thigh problem last year. Year before, torn his calf and had another calf injury before that in the same season. Season before that, he had a wrist injury. So if we scroll down here, he hasn't had one this season yet, but the last 3 seasons, he's missed at least 10 games through injury. It's only the last 3 seasons he started consistently getting injuries. Because before 2021-22, his last injury was in 2015-16, and that one was a shoulder injury. Then he didn't have any injuries for 6 years. And then he got injuries in at least one injury in each of the last 3 seasons before this one that kept him out for at least 10 matches.
Okay. So just an update on the current goalkeeper if you have to let Sanchez go. For now, that's what we have, Brenda. But I believe that people are talking. So definitely they might find a different goalkeeper because I know they will. But Enzo Maresca won't make it that easy for the media to know that Chelsea are seeking for another goalkeeper. So, Steven, Caicedo, Lavia, midfield control. We've talked about this before. Caicedo, Lavia, midfield control. What do you reckon? I feel Caicedo, Lavia gives the team imbalance. But like I said, stability, very, very strong. But going forward, there is a little glitch over there that we can fix. What do you think?
I mean, kind of, but in certain games, I said it to you before, I think Enzo's low on confidence, but I think there's some games which are perfect for him, and I think there's some games where you need to be a bit more defensive in your midfield pivot. I'm going to get this to slide 1. So I was just looking at the Premier League website for like the tackles, yeah?
Yeah.
So Caicedo made the second most tackles in the league of any player in any position, the second most, yeah? 1 behind Mazraoui, but Mazraoui's a defender. He's a fullback, yeah?
Okay.
So if we make it just midfielders, Caicedo's made the most tackles of any midfielder in the Premier League this season. With 38. 38. I'm going to share this because I accidentally closed the tab.
What would you say? Do you think that Enzo Fernandez's impact yesterday was really spot on? Did he play any impact when he came on against Arsenal?
I feel like he did. I feel like there will be people who have an agenda that say he didn't. But he came on and Mudryk came on at the same time. And look, bro, that goal, if memory serves correct, the Neto goal, Chelsea had 2 corners almost back-to-back. You had Enzo and Mudryk sprint to the corner, take it quick. It went over everybody's head on the cross, and then it got recycled back. It gets to Enzo, and then Enzo's the one that plays the pass to Neto, who unleashes the shot he unleashes. So technically, the move started from that corner that ended up with a cross that got overhit because it was a short corner. Then a cross that got slightly overhit. Chelsea maintained possession, went back, and then by that point, Enzo's coming back into position. He picks up the ball, plays the ball for Neto. Neto obviously is a bit more inside, unleashes a shot, and it sneaks in at the near post. So I'd argue he did have an impact.
And his first Premier League goal. First Premier League goal as a Portuguese winger for Chelsea. First Premier League, yeah. First Premier League goal. So that was very, very impressive, like I said. So guys, if you're watching us live, we're reviewing yesterday's game between Chelsea and Arsenal. The impressive wonder goal from Pedro Neto. First Premier League goal for Chelsea. We all know how good it is, and everyone in the Premier League will tell you a fit Pedro Neto is better than any other winger in the Premier League. There's no doubt.
I'm not sure I'd necessarily say any, but a fit Pedro Neto is up there, definitely.
So, but who would you compare him to? Pedro Neto, any other Premier League winger? Who would you compare Neto to? On the left-hand side, which position? He played left and right. So who? Madueke is not better than him. He's ahead of Madueke, experience and much better technically. He doesn't just run into players. Sometimes Madueke reminds me of Sterling a little bit. But yeah, he doesn't just run into players. So tell me right now, in the Premier League, any winger better than him?
Huh? Say that again?
Any winger better than him in this position, the left-hand side? Is there any winger in the Premier League better than him, besides maybe Saka?
I mean...
Give me a name.
Saka irritates me, right? Because A, I love football, obviously.
Yeah.
B, being someone who is English, I want him to perform well when it comes to the national stage, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of the time, I feel like he ghosts in big moments. Also, if you want at least one winger, there's a very obvious one that plays for the Scousers. He is Egyptian. He is former Chelsea. I think we have all realised who I am talking about at this time.
Salah.
Correct.
Okay, you give me a name. That one beats Neto.
I didn't know if you were being serious and you were still waiting. I was like, okay, I'm just telling him.
I was reading something on my screen, but I was listening. So when you had Egyptian, so he's Egyptian. I was like, Steven's saying something. Anyway, but interesting. Guys, I've dropped the link there. I've dropped the link in the comment section below. If you're watching us live, you're one of those lucky people out there, wonderful people out there watching us live, and you want to interact with us. You're concerned on yesterday's game and how impressive you saw Pedro Neto and the dualship between Lavia and Caicedo. How does that play for you? And how impressive was Levi Colwill and Wesley Fofana? We've seen these two playing the Premier League and plus others that comes and goes. Ronaldo Viega, we haven't seen much of him in the Premier League, but when he get his debut, he get his chance, he impressed. Another Portuguese that we have at the football club.
I wanted Vega to start yesterday. I told you this the other day.
Yeah. But how was
he brings height and physicality.
Absolutely. And his passing range is not that bad also. Mm-hmm. It's not bad.
Also, people forget that he is kind of more of a midfielder as well, but he's just versatile enough to play centre back and left back. So he's got the passing range. So I mean, I would have loved him to start yesterday. Nothing against Cucurella. You know, I've said, like, I'm glad Cucurella's proving me wrong. For 2 seasons, he did nothing. So I'm glad he's proven me wrong because I want every player at Chelsea to succeed. I'm a Chelsea fan. Of course I want them to succeed. And now Cucurella is stepping up. I'm very glad. I'm very happy about that. For me, though, certain games where you know there's going to be more physicality in the game, I do want Renato Vega to get minutes, whether that's starting or like some significant minutes off the bench. But the funny thing of yesterday was I Havertz. How about pipe down? Pipe down. Do you know what's even worse? I don't know if I sent the clip to you. You know his goal? Yeah? It would have stood if he wasn't offside. Do you know what the dodgy thing is? We want to talk about dodgy refs, do we, Arsenal? Mike Oliver hadn't blown his whistle till the ball was already kicked. And then Neto told him he didn't blow the whistle, and then he books Neto for arguing with him. But you could literally see in videos of the highlights, the whistle gets blown after Declan Rice has played the pass. As the ball is going past Moises Caicedo, the whistle gets blown.
Yeah.
So, if he was onside, that goal would have counted. And Arsenal fans would have gone mental. Oh, we got 3 points at the bridge. Yeah, but you got it because of the ref, mate. You got it because the ref didn't blow the whistle until the ball was kicked and then acted like he had blown it when he clearly didn't. So, pipe down. Pipe down.
Hype down.
Also, great 3 points dropped by Arsenal again, lads. Well done. You were 1-0 up and you effed it up. Round of applause.
Look, Steven, I don't know how you saw the game. I don't know how you feel about the games. I was a bit upset, but sitting down, trying to digest it. But big up to Makeem. Where has his brother been? Makeem, where this man been? Makeem said big up to me, big up to the chat, and big up to everyone out there. Big up to you, Makeem, big brother. It's been a while. Steven, this is how I was a bit pissed off, a little bit that Chelsea are not able again to beat a top team. But I took a chill pill and I tried to drink some Lucozade, tried to, melt all the pill that I took in to be able to think right or think outside the box. A lot of Chelsea fans have to understand where Arsenal stands right now, where Chelsea are. Chelsea are nowhere near the level of Arsenal Football Club. Let me explain. Arsenal have had a dominant team for the past 2 seasons, sniffing Manchester City's butt or the backside for the past 2 seasons, trying to win Premier League title. And it's not that easy competing, pushing Manchester City to the edge, forcing your way to win the Premier League trophy. It's not that easy. So that tells you that Arsenal have had a complete team for the past 2 seasons trying to win a Premier League title. That makes them way better than Chelsea. Chelsea are pushing ahead of where they're supposed to be. Chelsea, at least as high as Chelsea have to beat this season, have to push and fight for top 4. When was the last time Chelsea found themselves in the top 3 or even the top 4 position for that long length of a period?
Bro, I can't remember in the last seasons when we were in the top 4.
So, like I said, Chelsea are pushing above their limit right now and playing against Arsenal. Although things are not going right for them, they're not scoring goals. They're still a good team. Yes, the style, the philosophy is there. They know what they're doing. Gabriel has so many, experience. So Arsenal are pushing. They're way above where Chelsea are nowhere near where Arsenal, but Chelsea were able to get a draw from that game. That is why I'm saying, man, the chill pill that I took made me reason that Chelsea did much better yesterday, and the players deserve much, praises from the fans. But instead of us being angry, we have to Brazil's players. Neto, Caicedo, Lavia, Enzo Fernandez, Nicholas Jackson. I didn't see him. Palmer was also missing. A lot of talking point. Palmer is always missing in big games. It's not that he's
it
missing.
doesn't help that he's been injured all week, does it?
Yeah, there was some noise about him being injured and him being trained, and they're trying to work. Yeah, I mean, whether I was going to play, whether I was not going to play, and all that kind of stuff. So I'll say the game that we all witnessed yesterday was a good game. That's how I'm going to say it. It was a good game, and you know, it's a plus. So we move on from there. We move on from that aspect. We have to look at other aspects also. And
Bro, the thing is, our fan base is so overreactionary. It actually pisses me off.
I mean, you should expect that from fan base.
No, but people go, "Oh, we're third, but are we really third?" Well, yes, we are. Look at the table. We're third. If teams are tied on points and that, even if you don't want to do it as this team's fourth, despite being on the same points, they always go by the higher position. Therefore, no matter how you look at it, Chelsea are third place. Chelsea are also 4 points up on where they were after game week 11 last season. 15 points after 11 last season, 19 points after 11 this season. Yeah? Chelsea are the only Premier League team yet to play against a newly promoted team. Chelsea have played Man City at home. Yeah, as in, when I say home, I mean Chelsea's home, Stamford
Chelsea's
Bridge.
home. Yeah.
They have played Bournemouth away, which performance-wise is normally difficult for us, not necessarily results-wise, but you look at what Bournemouth done to Liverpool and Man City. Not Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal, sorry. Chelsea have gone away to West Ham. Again, notoriously tricky ground for Chelsea. We got the win. Chelsea have gone away to Wolves. Again, tricky ground for us. We got the win. Yeah? There was another one. Liverpool. We go away there. Tricky ground for us. We arguably got robbed. Well, not even arguably. We did get robbed. Liverpool rules, Anfield rules, all that stuff, yeah? But then on top of that, you've played Arsenal at home, yeah? As well as Man City. You've played Liverpool away, as I mentioned, yeah? And who's the other one we've played? Liverpool.
We played Liverpool away. You've played Liverpool away. You've played City at home. You played Man United away.
We played Man United away. Again, another tricky round. We went there. We got a point. We haven't won there since 2013, but a point is an improvement on what we've done the last few years where we've lost, right? Chelsea, as I've said, no newly promoted teams yet. The only Premier League team not to play a newly promoted side. We have played 4 of our fellow Big Six clubs. The only one left is Spurs away. That is notoriously called 3 Point Lane. Chelsea should win there. But do you know what I find as another positive?
Go for it.
Again, like I said, we've got difficult away games out the way. We've got Everton coming up on the 22nd of December. That's another tricky away game for Chelsea that we struggle with. Yeah? So we get Anfield, Old Trafford, London Stadium, Vitality Stadium, Spurs, and Goodison, and Molineux, 8 there, that are tricky away games for us.
We've already been to Molineux. We've already been to Molineux.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
I'm listing off that we would have Goodison. We will have Spurs away. We have done Bournemouth. We have done London. We have done Molineux. We have done whichever other ones I've said. But Bournemouth. But there's about 8 away games there, including Everton and Spurs that are to come. Yeah? Okay, Spurs isn't exactly a hard away game. But,
Vitality Stadium.
But for the most part, those ones I've listed off are notoriously tricky grounds for Chelsea. And we've got those 8 away games out the way in our first, I think it'd be our first 17 games, 16 games. Because it's not quite the mid-season point. It's a couple of games before mid-season. Right? So
after a break, I think we'll be in the 12.
The majority of our difficult away games out the way. The ones we notoriously struggle with. Then out of the fellow big six clubs, obviously there's 5 of them because Chelsea are one of them. We only have Arsenal away and Man City away. And then we've got United at home, Liverpool at home, and Spurs at home in the second half of the season. So, look, the way I look at it, there's a lot of positives. When you look at context, you can say, oh, we're joint with this lot and whatnot, yeah? Have you seen our run of games coming up? Chelsea could actually go on a run now.
Chelsea can go on a run for like 5 games without losing.
Longer than that.
Interesting.
Bro, I'm not even joking. I'm not joking. Do you know what our upcoming games are? Let's find it.
What is it? I've seen it in a while, but I haven't seen it.
After the international break, 12:30 on a Saturday, Chelsea have Leicester away. We then have Aston Villa at home, Southampton away, Spurs away, Brentford home, Everton away, Fulham home, Ipswich away, Palace away, Bournemouth home, Wolves home. Then 25th of January, we've got Man City away. We should be winning the majority of those matches before Man City. Especially if we want to be top 4. We have to win the majorities. Because we got the hard bit out of the way. I'm glad we got a lot of our notoriously tricky away games out of the way. Because it means when you get down the stretch, you don't have to worry as much about going away to Molineux or Old Trafford or somewhere like that, where we struggle. Yeah. So I'm really glad about that. I'm buzzing right now. Chelsea are third. We're top 4 consistently for the first time in about 3 years.
Yes. Yeah.
We've got quite a few of our hard games out of the way. And we're not even halfway through the flipping season. We're 11 games in. And we've got a lot of our difficult away games out of the way in our first 11 games.
Brilliant. Interesting scenario here. Interesting for Chelsea. We have Scala in the building with us here. But before I go to Scala and welcome him to the show, let me read some few comments from JC. JC said, he said, we played yesterday with a handbrake, and Arsenal did the same.
You know, like on a car.
What was that?
You know, handbrake, like a car.
Yeah, a car. Yeah, back in the days when we call it the what do you call it? The shift or whatever they call it over here. The handbrake, yeah, the one in the middle. Oh, back in the days, in the middle where you pull it and you go. Yeah, since Enzo Maresca played with the handbrake, and Arsenal did the same after 15 minutes. Chelsea are exactly at the level of Arsenal, which I do agree with you. I believe I do agree with you 100%, if not even better than Arsenal. Maresca went pragmatic, according to JC. He said, "Guys, what were your preseason prediction for Chelsea? I predicted a top 4 4 months ago on the footing judge. Is it footing judge? More on the, it says on course. Okay, he's on course. Okay, yeah, we have our top 4 prediction preseason before the league started. I predicted Chelsea. Was it 3rd? Steven, did I predict Chelsea 3rd? I think I did.
I had Chelsea 4th or 5th. And I stated my reasons were we need either a clinical striker or we need Jackson to step up.
Okay.
Yeah. And Jackson has stepped up for the most part.
All right, let me take this again. I think I didn't take it well. It says that, guys, what were your prediction, the preseason predictions for Chelsea? I predicted top 3. Okay, top 3, top 4. Okay, months ago.
Top 3.
4 months ago. Top 3. 4 months ago. Okay, I missed the comma. 4 months ago. So according to what JC is saying, top 3. You missed it. Sorry, JC. Sorry. I said 3. Okay. JC said, I predicted top 3. I remember I had Man City. I had Man City to win it. I have Arsenal second. No, I think I have Arsenal to win it. I think I have to go back again. Either Arsenal or Man City, one of them to be on top and one is on the second. And I have Chelsea as 3rd. Then I moved to Liverpool as 4th. I didn't put Man United anywhere. I didn't put Tottenham Hotspur anywhere close. But SDT, big up to you, SDT. SDT said Omarion has landed. Who is Omarion? Oh, Omarion Hutchison. Omarion Hutchison.
Amarim.
Oh,
He means
can I
Amarim.
read anymore?
He means Amarim.
Can I read anymore? Ruben Amaron for Manchester United, right?
Yeah.
SDT. Thank you very much, SDT. Thank you. I can't read anymore. See, Omarion. I thought it was Omarion for. Anyway, let's hear from Scala. Scala, welcome back to the show. Scala G, can you hear me? Scala, you've been unmuted, so go for it. Scala is having some few technical difficulties, but I hope he will be back again. But SCC, thank you very much for the update with Manchester. This platform will take every news that is more important for us as sports lovers. So regarding Ruben Amaron, we appreciate that update. Ruben Amaron will take over right after the return of the international break. Scala, welcome back again, brother.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly now.
Yeah. Yesterday's game, Chelsea Arsenal, that was a dead game, man. I was expecting so much. I expected Arsenal to park the bus the minute they scored. But once again, I have to say, like, I was a bit disappointed with Chelsea because all the four big games we have played, City, Liverpool, United, Arsenal, I think you're yet to, if I'm not wrong, you're yet to win any of those big games, right? I think you lost two and draw two.
Absolutely.
And I mean, look, I was really expecting you to do something against United. That was probably the most disappointing one because even Rude was there, but it's not like someone waved a wand and you were all was going to be good. I think the big problem in both the games, the United and Arsenal game, was Cole Palmer being so quiet. I mean, against United, I don't think we did a job on him like how Liverpool literally cancelled him out against at Anfield. I think he was partly to blame because against United, he had a couple of decent of half chances, or he got into some good positions. But against Arsenal, I just didn't see him, except for the first beginning of the first 5 minutes where he had that snapshot. I don't know. I just didn't see him like a lot, and I expected more from him in this game. So I think it's a decent point for Arsenal. I don't think they'll be competing for the league, but yeah, probably you can give it a pass because this is Maresca's first season, and you're in the top three, not comfortably, but you are there. And yeah, but you would want to win those big games, man. I think that's something you need to develop or put into other, because if you look at what happened with Ten Hag, that guy never won any big games. He just stat patted especially in his last season. His first season was decent, like he won some top six games, but Maresca, I would like to see him beat a big team, because I think otherwise that aspect will always be there. But again, you can probably give it a pass because this is his first season. So yeah, I don't mind him. I don't mind too much because again, but what I didn't like from Arteta's press conference is that he said that we just got a good point against one of the best teams in the world. I mean, look, you can be a hardcore Chelsea fan, but even you guys can agree that Chelsea is not one of the best teams in the world. On paper, you can say like that's like a Champions League quarterfinal team, but this is his first season. Literally been 3 months. You cannot say that you are one of the big teams of Europe or
Even Maresca himself has said it. He said, we're ahead of where we expect, and we're behind these teams because they've had the same manager for about 7 years.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, I don't know what kind of gaslighting he was doing. I think he's literally that's like his fifth or sixth season, and he's yet to win any trophy apart from the FA Cup. So trying to justify that result by saying we just came away with a good point. Mind you, they could have literally won that game in the last kick of the game. So I don't know what he was smoking. But yeah, I think Chelsea, they are making steady progress. I think you guys are way ahead of your schedule despite the shaky last season. And yeah, but I would still like to see, your big players step up in the big games. That's something you need to do because otherwise it will be. I mean, it's not like you have to win all the big games, but at least the home games, I expect you guys to at least go, dominate, because yesterday I didn't see like you guys were dominating like that. It was just like two good moments of brilliance, one by Neto and one decent goal by Martinelli. Otherwise, it was very much like someone mentioned like pragmatic. So yeah, something you can improve.
See, let me jump in a little bit, Scala. Scala, I know, just like you said, you went up and down, like positive and negative, and that's okay. And I don't think that Chelsea have that luxury to even be where they are at this moment. They're playing against a Premier League team who have been consistent for the past 2 seasons, challenging for the trophy, trying to match and Manchester City boot for boot for the Premier League title. That's the team that Chelsea played. And just like JC said, Chelsea had the level of Arsenal yesterday, and if not better, because you have to remember, this is 11th game in the Premier League, 11th game in the Premier League, and this team doesn't play consistently. If you have to play a domestic, trophy, like a trophy, maybe Carabao Cup, FA Cup, or Conference League Cup game, you have a different setup playing that team. So this team only plays together when they play in the Premier League, and for them to be able to understand each other and have that level of performance against a team that has the same crop of players playing in the Champions League and struggling, and playing the Premier League and struggling, you should give a lot of would I say applause or respect to Enzo Maresca and how his team is playing now. I understand if you listen to what JC said, the way this team was being set up, sometimes it makes Cole Palmer vanish in games of that magnitude. Sometimes it could happen. But if I'm not going to put pressure on Enzo Maresca right now to be beating those top teams. I said that a couple streams ago, but like I said, I took some chill pill yesterday, and now I came back to my senses. I was waffling. Like, now I came back to my senses to start realize where we are as a team. 11 games in the Premier League, different cover players play different competition. So I think that they are pushing way above the limit right now, and I wouldn't fault any of these players.
Yeah,
Not winning the game.
I'm not blaming the manager. I think 1-1 is probably a fair result. I don't expect you to turn over Arsenal just in your first season, because they have been, as you mentioned, playing consistently, and they are probably a bit further ahead in your uh, development stage. But what I wanted to see was that in these big games, that especially your like a big players do step up, because otherwise you will fall into this very bad habit of in the big games will not perform. Because I'm just drawing parallels with my club. If you see player like Bruno, that guy will start pad against Leicester and all these low level teams. And I'm not saying that Cole Palmer is like that, because this guy literally won the game single-handedly against us last season. My just thing is that although you mentioned rightly that Arsenal, they have been challenging for the title, but you have to like they also had lots of injuries coming into the game. Odegaard, apart from that one assist, I don't think it was an assist, like a pre-assist, he was invisible. Same goes for Declan Rice.
You shouldn't even been playing.
And you guys were playing in at home as well, right? So I don't know. I just expected a bit more from Chelsea, and maybe Cole Palmer is not at his best when he's playing number 10. I think he's much more.
Why were you not? Why were you not compare? Why were you not expecting more from Arsenal either?
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting a lot from Arsenal, but again, we are not talking about Arsenal. I was expecting a bit more from you guys because you were at home, and especially the way you guys play and the team you have. I mean, you cannot compare your attackers with Arsenal's attacking team. If you look at your
trust me, if you knew the history of this fixture, even at Stamford Bridge, yeah,
I know that. I mean, I think you guys have lost like last 3. I remember 2 of them.
We haven't.
Last 3.
Hang on, I've got a picture. Chelsea have failed to beat Arsenal at Stamford Bridge since 2018 in the Prem. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 6 games now on the bounce. We haven't beaten them at the Bridge.
I mean,
I mean, that's a very strange record. I mean, I do know that. I know about that record. I mean, I think they once beat you twice, like in 2 years consistently. I think they did the double over you, if I'm not wrong. So I do understand that record. But yeah, coming back to Cole Palmer, I think, yeah, I do agree. I think he should go back to the right, because when you play him centrally, I think it becomes too predictable. That's my thing. I was watching him yesterday, and he was getting a bit anxious. He was waving his hands. He wanted the ball quickly paid to him. When he's playing on the right, I feel most of your attack, it goes from his side. So I think you might want to drop Gusto and then play Reece James and move Cole Palmer to the right again. I think that's where his best season came from, if I'm not wrong. So
Thank
yeah,
you very
maybe
much.
the setup.
Go ahead, Scholar. Finish
Yeah,
it.
so maybe the setup could be an issue. I don't
Right.
know who he is trying to accommodate by not playing him on the right. Maybe he fancies Gusto too much. Although I think Gusto yesterday he wasn't too bad. I think he was decent, but come on, man, you cannot have Reece James on the bench. That's I I don't think that's. Uh, I think he's the captain also, so I think you need him on the
He is,
pitch.
but there's reasons for it. I mean, the guy's constantly been injured, so it's got to be more about not overplaying him too early on his comeback. So he's already said he's meant to be played about once a week. I think maybe he just had a bit of fatigue and he didn't want to start him potentially, because he has started the last 3 Premier League games in a row, I think.
So,
Okay.
so where do you see if you say like James comes back, who goes to the bench? Because every one of you are agreeing that Cole Palmer is better off the right, right? I mean, let's not put him in the center.
I think
Okay.
Palmer's good in the 10. I think Palmer's good both 10 and right. He just needs someone else to step up so you don't get doubled and tripled up on them. We've not consistently had that this season. We had it to start with Noni, but we've not really had it since about, I don't know, beginning to middle October.
All right. So we had
to the right.
McKean. We lost McKean. We lost
What
McKean.
did Cole Palmer do? You're saying Cole Palmer was good yesterday. What did he do? I think he was rubbish.
I didn't
I'll
say
be honest.
that.
I think
I didn't
no.
say that.
Someone is saying in the comments
he's
like he was
mostly
good.
good in the 10 and mostly
What
good
did
in
he
the
do?
right. But
Yeah, he did
someone
nothing
else
against
to
United.
take the
He did
eyes
nothing
off
against
of him.
Arsenal.
What do you mean, Scala? What do you mean? What did he do? He did nothing. I
what
don't
did he
get it.
do?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Can you explain it?
Yeah, I mean, what? Yeah, what was his contribution in yesterday's game? That's my question. Like when I say what
I
did he
don't.
do, he got 2 free kicks, which was again rubbish. He literally hit him in the wall. Okay, let's not count set pieces, but apart from that, did he was he creating chances? Was he well, he had one good snapshot in the first 5 minutes, which I can remember. Apart from that, I don't remember him doing too much. He was quiet against Liverpool. As I mentioned, against United, he was decent, although he was wasteful. But against Arsenal, I just didn't see him. He was
All right,
just
I'll say this. I'll say this. We always say, what does what's his name again? There are so many Premier League players during big games like that. They always vanish. You yourself will agree with me that Bruno Fernandes is always missing in bigger games. We all know that. Cole Palmer
yeah.
is
But
not.
you
It's
cannot
not.
compare
It's,
Bruno and Cole Palmer, man. Cole Palmer
why?
is 10 times the player of Bruno. So my
No,
expectation of
no. You
Palmer is
can't. You
much
cannot
better.
say that. You cannot compare Palmer to Bruno.
Why I cannot say that? Because
What?
I rate Palmer higher than Bruno, so my expectations of
No.
Cole Palmer are higher.
Bruno Fernandes seeds are higher than Palmer. To be honest with you, I'll tell you. Bruno
Who said
Fernandes
that?
seeds. Go look at
What?
FIFA rating. Go look at FIFA rating. Go and look
I
at
don't care about
Get
FIFA rating.
rating.
What is this nonsense?
FIFA
Like
rating
that?
is
Should I
part of
look
it.
at FIFA's
Bruno,
rating?
he has so much international recognition. Bruno has been in Champions League.
Yeah,
He's
Cole
been playing
Palmer, what
Champions.
is he like 22, right? He's 22, 21.
Yeah, so
Palmer's
that's why you
22,
cannot
yeah.
compare right now. There's no way Cole Palmer can be better than
No,
Bruno
I'm not
Fernandes.
talking about potential, all that. I am saying at the present, or
Okay.
even for the potential, my expectation of Palmer is much higher than Bruno in terms of him being as a footballer. Not with his potential
But
or what his FIFA rating is.
I would
Because I have seen
disagree.
Cole Palmer. I don't need to know his GA. I know because without GA also, Cole Palmer will be very good. Because I know his weight of pass and the way he threads the ball and his first touch will be A1. I cannot say the same for Bruno.
But if you say that Copan was rubbish yesterday, I disagree with you. The fact that he
because
didn't
I
get on the
expect
score
a lot
sheet,
of him. He
he
was
got chances.
invisible.
He got chances. You have to remember the team they're playing against. They're playing against
Okay,
a top
okay,
position
fine.
team.
Okay, let me take back rubbish. I think he wasn't. He was like a 6 out of 10. Okay, is that okay?
Okay, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean, you can say
yeah.
it was
So when he,
average.
but someone
He
is saying he was good.
big
So
up everyone.
what did he
Big up,
do?
JC.
So
Can we
what did he
move
do
on from
yesterday?
this communication of like this player, this player, this player, that player, this is world class, that is not world class, this is world class, that is good, that is bad. It's a team sport. And if you look at it, if I ask Messi to defend as a left back and he does a fantastic job as a left back, I will say he had a good game because he had a duty and a role to play in the team and he performed to perfection. The names or individual players, it's a team sport. They don't matter individually. If they do,
So when Cole
if the
Palmer
team
is
performs
performing well,
better,
it's not a team sport. So when he's doing well and all the adulation he's getting, you don't blame the team. But when he's not doing well, it's the team's fault.
I don't do that.
So what,
I
according
don't
to
do
you,
that.
you
I
mentioned
don't
that
do
he
that.
was good yesterday. What constitutes good for you?
Yeah, I'm
Because for
coming to
me,
that now, and
yeah,
I
what
would
did you do?
request is like listen. Okay, as I thought, I think my gut feeling is Maresca visualized as a visionary, which we saw after the game. Chelsea in a top three position with a 2 weeks break. Is it a bad position to be in? No. And then you do not know whether this guy Odegaard is back or not, and he starts. So basically, Arsenal were at full strength, full flow, and is it time to go a little bit pragmatic because a loss might take us a little bit back, a victory might take us a little bit forward, but a draw would still also be taking us forward. So let's be a little bit more pragmatic, and I saw pragmatic setup. At times we were even 5-3-2. We've never seen that in the season. We were playing 5-3-2. And when was it resembling like a 5-3-2? Because Kukurea was on the back line when Saka was there. And Kukurea didn't play any formation. Kukurea had only one role. Wherever Saka goes, go alongside him. If referee is not watching, kick him. So and he was doing that to perfection. So we were basically playing with 10 like out like 9-10 players, you can say. But then Saka was also not in the game. And that's a fantastic thing to have. And instead of inverting Kukurea, Maresca said, like, I'm safer and better off in the table if I just play this shit game like this. And then what do I sacrifice? I sacrifice our attacking intent. But
sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
So, and attacking intent, yes. And also, we cannot be open. Let's be, Odegaard is back. So let's put Lavia and Caicedo, the two Robocops. There will be lack of creativity maybe moving forward. And there will not be a numerical advantage in the final third. Our final pass will be lacking. Our dominance in the final third will be lacking. But let's hope Palmer can do a miracle. Palmer nearly did that. Had Neto header gone in, everything would have been perfect. And then park the bus and enjoy the day. And Palmer nearly achieved this. He was outnumbered, outgunned, and also after 15 minutes, Arteta realized this is going bad. Partey, come here. You stand on top of Palmer then. Because I cannot have this situation where fully fit Arsenal team going gung-ho and still getting beaten and taught a lesson. So he also went back pragmatic. And he called Partey and said, like, you need to stand on Palmer. Because this guy will still create, and if they score, we are not going to be able to score that so easily here. It's not going to be 4-4 or something like that. And Palmer, outnumbered, under pressure, did create. We nearly scored, even in that first half. After having gone back, and during the halftime, I was in some stream and all, and I said, like, if we go back if we go down by chance, like it's very clear the strategy. Yeah, nick a goal, be solid and nick a goal. But if we by chance go down one goal, we will see Enzo coming on. And somebody said to me in stream, "You're mad asking for Enzo." I said, "Yeah, because Enzo will change that balance towards more attacking intent than defensive, and we will score. And it happened. We went down thanks to Sancho. I have been supporting Sanchez all this time, but I am finding it hard to like man. I mean, these small errors, if you cut them down, you're a fantastic goalkeeper. But your errors and those are moments, like, I do not know. You do something about that, and I really do not want to make big noises about it, at least until the transfer window, because I don't want this noise to be affecting his confidence levels right now. But had that not been the case, I mean, our strategy was top notch, and Maresca, as a visionary he was looking at top three for a 2 weeks holiday, and he was getting there. And then Enzo comes in, and we have a moment, and we score, and that's it. And then we went back again, 5-3-2.
Trying to see not to concede many.
Of nearly a miracle. He was outgunned, outnumbered, everything. Parties standing on top of him, and he still created, and he nearly got us a goal.
It looks like a opposition team put mounted strategy on Cole Palmer, because he is the key player for Chelsea. The mount like they've been doing for Hazard
15 minutes,
and other players.
Minutes. Because the 15 minutes, our things were working, and this Arteta looked at it and like, bloody hell, they are playing it pragmatically, and this guy is still creating. And like, if we concede, we are in trouble.
Yeah. Thank you very much, JC. What was that, Stephen? I'll be back in a second. Big up to JC and Scala here. Thank you, JC, for joining us here. SDT said that he's doing very good. Thank you very much, SDT, for watching and tuning in today. He said that Cole Palmer is not better than Bruno Fernandes. You know, if you look at experience, yeah, Bruno have a lot of experience, and that gives Bruno so much respect. But now I've come to the point where I'll come to that. I'll come to Bruno in a second. He says Bruno was good against Leicester City. He scored some good games, good goals. Big up to you. I want to love you forever. She said big up to Nizion and everyone joining the show today. Hopefully everyone is doing wonderful and well. JC, I'm not going to read his comment because he's already here. He's going to say everything that he said in the comment. So then we have RS. Do you guys accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior? Yes, absolutely, I do. JC says Chelsea have higher gear. Arsenal was in their 6th gear though. So now you can compare according to that. So thank you very much, Guy, for your wonderful comments. Keep them coming. We're gonna go on from the few questions that I want to ask you guys. Go ahead, Steven.
Quick, yeah.
Yeah.
Can I also point out? Let me zoom in on this part of it for a second. This is 0-0, yeah? This, I believe, is about the 58th minute. It's hard to tell, but it is definitely 0-0 and about 58th minute because Arsenal scored in the 60th and this says 0-0. Yeah?
Yeah.
Look how they set up. The same stuff against City. Everyone behind the ball. Bro, not even Noah came and parked up. You're a big 6 club, and this is what you're doing. Are you joking? This is what you're doing. You've been fighting for a title for 2 seasons. This is what you're doing.
Steven, let me explain this. I don't think Arsenal are parking the bus. Arsenal are giving so much respect to Chelsea in this
instance. They were
instance.
doing this like all game, by the way.
Let me hear me out. You remember when Chelsea goes to the Camp Nou, or anytime Chelsea plays Barcelona, Chelsea knows their limit. They know their strength. There's no way Chelsea is going to go open up for Barcelona to play the tiki-taka and goes through them. Arteta realized that Chelsea are a good football team. They play their ball team. They play possession football. So he has to keep his defense closer, park their bus because Chelsea can have access to score. So it's not like Arsenal are parking the bus.
Bro,
The opposition team make you play that way.
Steve, first 15 minutes, it was an open game, but Arsenal came out on top, really going gung-ho, really trying to. But like Chelsea were like counter, and like opening them up, and there was few chances. And then he was making changes, and he realized, okay, this is dangerous. And then in gradually in the second half we grow in the game, but like we were also like not we are taking more time to move up the ball, so that brings them, we can push them back, but they also have to like defend. It's not like one way traffic, it never is going to be. And there and in the phases of the game there will be ups and downs, and then managers will make adjustment. I am happy Maresca is making adjustments as well, because I remember
I've got no complaints about Maresca.
I remember Pochettino like he was zero.
Pochettino was, we give to Palmer, we pray. That was Pochettino. But with this year, my thing about this picture that I've like put up, bro, the only player that looks like he's about to press, I think that's Erdogan. Yeah, everyone else is just standing still. Yeah, that's why I said it's basically like park the bus. You got one player pressing, everyone else is just standing still, doing nothing. Just, I'm going to stay here, do nothing. And they've got one player pressing. Bro, realistically, most teams have a player of, I presume that's Havertz or might be Martinelli or whoever it is, the two that are near Gusto and Fofana, yeah? Most teams have at least one of them pressing that situation there, right? Arsenal just gone, nah, I'm just going to stand here. By the way, Nee, I think you're on mute unless you've taken it off of it now.
No, I wasn't talking. I had
Yeah,
a
but
call
it was
coming.
an even game. I would say both teams were like in terms of performance.
No, man, you got it wrong. Arsenal dominated. What are you talking about? I can't believe he said that. I was in the car on the way home and I saw that comment pop up as a quote.
You remember that
like,
Arsenal lost recently to Inter Milan, and they said like
he said, "Oh, if we play like this,
and he said like Arteta said like this,
Chelsea.
we dominated and all that stuff, and like man, like were you watching the same game as we rest were watching? Like there was nothing sharp or something like that about their game. Yeah, they had the ball and everything, but that's the way Milan play, and that's the way Arsenal tried to attack. But like to be honest, in that game, Inter were better. But Arteta said like if we play like that, we will win at Chelsea. and they, to be honest, they tried to play attacking football. They did play attacking football in phases. They were dominant in phases. We were creating chances. It was even game. That's it. I mean, I don't care about some flashy actions from individual players in certain seconds, like 2-3 seconds. Oh wow, what a touch first of that does not make like that. Eventually, what's the game? What's the strategy, and who won, and like how the game went. And on the overall thing, it was an even game.
Just quick, because Ornstein said that Morgan Rogers has earned his first call up to the England squad, yeah? He also states that he's been rewarded for his superb form since joining Villa and benefits from potential injury withdrawals. We're presuming, right, that that's Rice, Palmer, and Saka, right? Those potential injury withdrawals. We're presuming that's who it is, right? Because Palmer was limping. Supposedly, Saka and Rice have bad... I mean, Rice shouldn't have been... like, Rice was a dumb decision to play with a broken toe, in my opinion, because it takes one stamp and he's finished. But
they
then...
needed a win. They came here and they came... Like, Arteta knew the importance of getting a victory here. It could have been an impetus for their remaining part of the season, like a adrenaline push. They beat, and like last seasons, it has been like one of the games where they win and then they go on a run or something like that. So he was looking, but it didn't work.
I mean,
Chelsea have improved.
Go
on. Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, I think you were in the comments when I was saying this earlier, right? There's people saying, like, overreacting and saying all this stuff about, oh, Chelsea are third, but are they really? Because there's about 4 teams that are on the same points and all that, yeah?
Right.
What I was saying earlier, and I think JC was in the comments, right? So if he was, then I'd be interested to see how he views where we are at this point, given the context of the situation. If he wasn't, then I'm going to explain anyway. We've played 4 of the fellow Big 6 clubs. The only one we haven't is Spurs, and that's away. We've played away to Anfield against Liverpool, away Old Trafford against Man U, we're going to play away against Spurs before Boxing Day. Yeah.
I don't even know why you even call Spurs a big team, Steven. But go ahead. I
No,
understand.
but they are deemed the traditional Big Six.
Yeah.
Chelsea will play Spurs away. That means of the 5 other Big Six clubs, we've played 3 of them away from home by the time we get to Boxing Day. Yeah. The only ones we haven't, Arsenal and Man City. Yeah. Chelsea have not played a newly promoted side. And we've got about 8 of our difficult away games that we typically struggle with out of the way in the first half of the season.
Yeah, it's still not first half. It's like a quarter of the season only. But if you look at it, I mean,
No,
I
I'm
would
saying
have
by the
preferred-
time you include Everton and that, then it's about 8 or 9 of our difficult away games that we typically have. That's why I said
Yeah.
first half.
To be honest, like I've seen more like I mean, City first game. If you look like it, that was like okay out of the box, and like first game of the season,
Yeah.
and so I don't account for that. Liverpool, it was a game of fine margins. I think if Sancho foul is given a penalty, draw, and draw was a fair result. I think. I mean, or it could have been like Sancho penalty is given and Colwill is not given. Then so that was I would say like fine margins game decided on some referee decisions. So okay. Against United, I think Maresca again went pragmatic, but he overdid it because he also puts James on the left side, which was not necessary, and like he really didn't need to go that much. He was too much concerned about like pre-match conference about like a new manager push or something like that, and all that stuff. I mean, had he not been so pragmatic, I think we would have probably won that game. He went a little bit pragmatic. That's one game, and then I thought like he overdid it. And then again, Arsenal. I listen. I mean, he could have asked Kokorea, yeah, okay, whatever will be. You invert and you go back to left back. Like let Saka be free as he wants to be, and like you do your things and you do your left back things or the inverted things as the game demands. And don't worry about it. Like not worry about the opponent, but do our own things. Might be it would have been a 4-4, 4-3, 4-2, or the 2-4, or like it could have been a basketball game. And he could have only used like the defensive shield of Lavia and Caicedo, and then might be not 4-4, but still like there would have been more balls definitely on both sides. I would say because inverting Kukurea frees up a lot of our midfield options, and Palmer gets more surrounded by more players, and then we are also more attacking better. Uh, I look at it like he has been a little bit more pragmatic.
Okay.
Had he been a little bit more brave, okay, it's like a risky thing. Might have gone for us, might have not gone for us. Whatever it is, it is. But right now he's being pragmatic. Moving forward, I look at it this way. We have seen City suffering without Rodri, and they will probably buy some players in the January transfer window, but they will drop more points until January transfer window, I think. Uh, Liverpool, if Gravenberch gets a injury or he misses like 1 month, they would be also suffering because their team is also like their bench is not very long. Their squad is also
Our
they have
depth is not that strong, yeah.
yeah. The Arsenal we have seen like without Odegaard they suffered and they are like where they are. But when I look at Chelsea, we have been pragmatic. We have players really fighting. Like, why are we not playing? And if we do not have Palmer starting, and then if we have the correct setup, I'm sure we will still be scoring goals. We can go.
You haven't even mentioned, what's his name, Jadon Sancho. You haven't even mentioned Sancho.
So for us, it's more about team play and setup.
Yeah, I agree.
And the squad depth is there. So I think like now in the run forward, I hope he goes not so much pragmatic and he likes to kill the game, and mostly like Kukurea can be free now to invert in the games in the coming games. You can have Lavia If you want to go defense minded, you can have Enzo. If you want to play like basketball, kind of like open and score a few goals and then lock the door with Lafia coming on, like this guy Mikel used to come, Mourinho used to do, like score the goals and then Mikel just shut the shop, and Mikel would come and shut the shop. So Lavia could be doing that as well for us. So
Hmm.
it can be. We have the
Great.
variety, we have the depth.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so
Um,
let's hope we do well. Let's hope we do well.
it will get better. It will get better. Thank you very much, SDT. SDT, I lost. I couldn't get a chance to read your comments on time. He said Amaron is going to be the first next big
You
thing
read that
in
one, I think.
English
You kept
football.
thinking that he was on about Amari.
Oh no, that was this one. That was the earlier one. Earlier one, or up there. Oh, okay, I think so. But anyway, SDT, take care of yourself, and we'll see you some other time. Chelsea section, Tyrone Banks. Man like Tyrone, hope you're doing very well, and then the family is doing great as well. Regarding yesterday's game, there's more questions I'm going to give to Scala. I hope Scala is right there with us. With the performance of Neto shining and playing very well, how does it affect Madueke and Modric chances in the Premier League? Scala.
I don't know. I mean, about Mudrik, I don't think it affects him anything. I think he'll be on the bench. I can't see him displacing. I think he's
Okay.
like the third choice
Um,
winger for you.
Scala, give me a second. JC want to hop off. JC, thank you very much for coming on. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, brother. Thanks everybody, and
So
have a nice day.
Well, what else you got going on, JC? From here, you go to bed.
No, I need to pick up some groceries like I had booked, and then that's like the shops will be closing soon. So I really have
Okay.
to sorry.
All right, then I'll see you in the evening. Then go get it done, JC. We'll catch you up some other
Yeah,
time, brother.
yeah.
All right, take care. Thank you. All right, Scala, over back to you, Scala. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Mudrik's going to be affected anything. I think he'll still be holding bench. I cannot see him starting. I think he is much more effective off the bench because of his pace. I'm not sure how he fares when he starts in the 11, because he's very easy to like. How should I say? Like, it's very easy to counter him. Just put a low block, and there is no give him no space, because similar to Rashford, if he doesn't have space and players like that, Werner and all these guys who just want to run, they are not good. They don't have footballing IQ. Although Mudrik, I do see some kind of like how I say, I think he has a bit of something, but again, I haven't seen much of him in the Chelsea shirt where I can be fully confident of him starting games. So I think that should be parked, those ideas of him starting. Madueke, I think after him scoring against Wolves and Forest, I think he has. I haven't seen much of him, but I don't know. With Madueke, I feel like this guy, he will have these purple patches and then he'll disappear for some games and he'll come back. I feel that's the sort of player he is going to be. So far, what I've seen, I'll be happy to be proved wrong. But yeah, at least he offers some threat. I think when he's playing, you can see that he's an outlet. So I don't think he will be dropped. But I would like to have some more consistency of him, because you cannot give everything to Cole Palmer and say, yeah, you and Jackson, you just do the heavy lifting. So I think, yeah, I read a report today coming from French outlets. They were, I think it's nothing, but they were saying like Christopher Nkunku is getting frustrated by his game time, and United are looking to get a loan from Chelsea this January, because obviously we need to invest some money to give to Amarin, you know. But I don't know how truth is that. Is he getting frustrated or
there's
not?
been
Because
loads of reports about that, but let's be fair, we're not even in December where you have to rotate like every 2-3 days. So he's about to play a lot of football.
yeah, anyways, you don't play your first 11 in your Conference League, so you're just focused on the two cups and
Yeah.
the Premier
I
League.
mean,
So
we might
why
even
would
play
you?
our third string in one of our games. We got Astana in Kazakhstan,
Right.
like a 1:30 UK time kickoff. I think we might be all right with our academy kids for that one.
Yeah, so I mean, look, Nkunku is there, Sancho is there. I mean, Felix cannot even get a look in. I wish he was playing. I wish he was involved, because he's a player I really love to watch. But I don't think he'll be starting, because Cole Palmer is your number 10 and your Maverick. You cannot have two Mavericks, in my opinion, because that will leave you defensively short. So I think Felix will be holding bench. I don't know where Sancho fits in when he comes back, because for me, if Sancho comes in, I think he has to start for me, because he didn't do anything wrong. He just got injured before the.
Yeah, he just
he was
got
playing
injured
well.
and got ill. That's literally the only reason
So
he's
he
not
should
playing.
go back into the 11 for me.
But
And
things
yeah,
happen.
I mean,
Things happen, Scala. Things happen. A player can be, injured and ill, and all of a
But
sudden,
that's what he's
another
saying. That's
player
like the only
get a
reason he's
chance.
not playing.
Yeah, another
Yeah,
player
but-
gets a chance into that, 11.
yeah,
I think we all know what the solution will be when he comes back, right?
yeah, but you cannot take Neto out now, so that's a very
No, you
interesting.
put Neto on the right, you take Madueke out, and you put Sancho
Easy,
on the left.
easy fix. If Enzo Maresca really sees what's going on, Madueke is struggling. Take him out, let him watch the game from the bench and come on from the bench, and give time to players that are performing. You give him Madueke a consistent time because he was so good during preseason and was so great against Wolverhampton Wanderers, so he deserved to be starting for Chelsea. Now, in a couple of games, about 5 or 6 games now, Madueke has been dead. Even he's not been playing very well. So tell him, hey, dude, you're not playing very well. I want you to find some time on the bench, look into the game, and then do some changes when you come on. Then give chance to Neto on the right hand side, then Jadon Sancho on the left hand side. But Stephen, go ahead and let us know what you think, and then with the image on our screen.
Yeah,
so
I'm going to quickly add to that he deserves to be dropped anyway because he's an absolute prick, because he got subbed off and went down the tunnel. No injury, nothing. He just went down the tunnel, yeah?
Ooh.
So for that, the poor attitude, you deserve to get dropped anyway.
Madueke.
Yeah. He went straight down the tunnel. He
Was
weren't
he
injured,
injured
didn't go down with physios or nothing. Just went down on his own when he got subbed off. The other thing I'd say is, with this image, you know where this is going. He shouldn't have been playing. I said this to you. He should not have been playing. He looked drowsy as shite the other night when he got...
Hold on. If you say, those that are just joining you might not know what you're saying. So, who shouldn't be playing, Stephen?
No, that's what I'm getting into.
Okay.
So this was when Havertz was down getting his treatment for his head injury in the game against Chelsea yesterday, yeah?
Yes. Sir.
After Arteta told him to go down on one knee and then the ref told him to get up, after Cucurella had even notified the ref to say, look, he's got a cut to his head, he has to go off. Because it's safety. They have to. It's protocol, yeah? Arteta then told him to go down onto a knee so the physios could go on to waste time. Oliver actually did something right and said, well, no, you can walk. You can walk off the pitch. Yeah? So he did something right there. But this is his second head injury in 4 or 5 days. I said to you, with how drowsy he was the other day after the clash of heads in the Inter Milan game, there's no way he should be playing. I also saw things saying that Moreno didn't have a concussion after the game against Inter, where he got punched in the head. Any head injury that causes you to be subbed off, which Moreno's one did, and so did Havertz's one, yeah? Whether they report it as concussion or not, I mean, the Havertz one was clear as day concussion. They just didn't report it as one, yeah? You should not play until you clear a concussion protocol. Jorgensen got injured for the Denmark under-21s in the last international break. He had an eye injury, yeah? He temporarily could not see, but he was put into concussion protocol per Premier League rules. Somehow, Havertz, who you can see visually on Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever day it was drowsy, completely out of it like this whilst they're pressing his head, yeah?
Yeah.
Was able to play on Sunday. Are you joking? He was gone. He was out of it. And he was able to play. And then I said to you, if he gets a clash of heads, a accidental knock from an elbow or something like that, we could be having a dangerous conversation, a completely different conversation. Fortunately, we're not. Unfortunately, he did get another head injury in the game, which is an issue. He's had 2 head injuries in 4 or 5 days. That is dangerous. The fact that he was playing is criminal. Yeah? I can't speak as much on the Moreno one. I never saw what happened against him. I just know he got punched in the head. I didn't see what he looked like after, if he was loss of consciousness or drowsy or any of that. I can't comment on his one. The Havertz one, however, I saw, and I can comment on. That's why I'm sticking with that one. Yeah.
Whatever is the beef with Havertz, because I mean, I don't remember, like, was it when he left to Arsenal, did you guys Did he do something?
This isn't about beef.
Because
This is just
Jorginho
player
has gone
safety.
to Arsenal and he doesn't get the same shit. So what's with Havertz, and why was he like shushing you? Because this guy is supposed to be won you the Champions League, and what's the beef?
I mean, my
What
thing's
did he
not
do
a beef
wrong?
with him. My thing on this is just player safety because
No,
No, I'm asking in general,
Scala
not
is seeing
this
the
instance,
beef.
because he was getting booed yesterday.
that.
So what?
I
Yeah,
mean,
he has a
for one, yeah. I feel like he was just acting bigger than what he was. Yeah. Two, he possibly went for the money. I mean, I ain't complaining. I don't think he was overall that good for us. So I don't care for that.
No, I was
Three,
saying the money aspect why I did this is the price tag at which Chelsea spent on
I
him.
mean,
He
that
never
helps.
lived up to that expectation.
That helps.
That's what I
But
mean.
also, the other thing is, right, he's gone there and then he goes, "Oh, one Champions League, it'd be greater to do it with Arsenal and all this BS, yeah?" You could have just said it'd be great to win another Champions League. You didn't need to say it'd be greater to win it with Arsenal. Yeah?
Oh, okay.
And then when he scores against us, he celebrates. And the other day, when he had the goal disallowed yesterday, he scored an offside goal, which, bear in mind, I've got to go into this for a second. The ball was played, and then Oliver blew his whistle, and then Havertz scored. So the whistle had not been blown when Rice played the pass to him, yeah? Oliver was adamant he had, even though you can hear it on videos of the highlights, the whistle had not been blown. I think he's just got kicked out.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was adamant he hadn't, even though Neto was telling him he hadn't. The ball had been kicked, then he blew his whistle. Havertz then scores, and then he goes like this to Chelsea fans. So in the game a few months ago, he scored, celebrated, did all this rubbish. You look like a clown, mate. Yeah? Then you score an offside goal, you shush. If you ever feel like an idiot, remember Havertz scored an offside goal, yeah? And then shush the Chelsea fans, yeah? If it weren't for Chelsea, yeah, where would he be right now? Probably still in Leverkusen.
Absolutely. Some comments from Chelsea section that is Tyrone said all right. Scala, catch you some other time. Thank you very much, Scala. Tyrone said that he's asking the question: would Neto be able to play consistently in the league, though without injury? That is the problem with players like Neto. They are so good to the extent that players may start to get overused, according to Chelsea section. Tyrone, big up to you. Thank you very much, Tyrone, for that comment. And then he went again and said Madueke came back out 5 to 10 minutes after going down to the tunnel. So he's trying to say he came back 5 to 10 minutes time. So Stephen, he did not see that. How did you see that? How did you see it, Tyrone? Because Stevie was in the stadium. I'm not so sure.
I know from everything I've seen and read, as well as obviously being in the stadium, that apparently he missed the goal. I know that.
Okay. Probably then he was in the tunnel at that time. All right, JC said Noni plays very well with Palmer alongside with him. He is still young and he is just approach. Direct approach helps Palmer freedom. But the last two games we played differently, which can affect Noni Madueke. JC also went ahead and said Noni with Palmer is the version we can get with Noni. With Neto on the left hand side, that will be equally good according to JC. Thank you very much, JC. Thank you. We really appreciate your time here, Stephen. I think there's a few questions before we wrap up here. We got we have 7 minutes to end here. Where do Chelsea, realistically see themselves finishing this season after this performance? I think it's too early to say, right? Too early to say.
Sorry, I just saw something. I was trying to check if it's a parody account. I'm pretty sure it is, but it was it's a parody one. It's definitely a parody one because I was looking on Twitter at a thing and it was a David Coote account. And now that I've seen some of the other stuff that they've said, it's definitely a parody account. I cannot repeat some of the stuff that got said.
What do you say? If it's not, anything?
No, I literally cannot say some of the stuff that got said. I literally cannot.
What do you mean? You cannot say it.
Some of the stuff that they said about other stuff, I literally cannot say.
Well, I've given you the green light. Say it on my platform.
No,
I'm in charge.
I don't think you understand. I literally cannot say it.
Okay.
Like, I genuinely can't. We will get in trouble. Oh, I cannot say it.
All right. If it's not a legit account, then they'll say it then. Because we cannot.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was doing. I just went on there to check something, and that popped up, and then I was checking if it's a legit account. But yeah,
I mean, the only difference is if it's a legit account, it means that okay, I can back what I said based from this account. This account said it, and I'm repeating.
Yeah, but then I saw some of the other tweets that got said, and that's how I know it definitely isn't.
Great.
And if it is, then he's got even more trouble with some of the stuff that got said. But I doubt it is. But yeah, I don't think Chelsea were expecting to be where they were right now. Even Maresca himself said, as I referenced earlier, that we're ahead of where we're expecting to be in terms of performance and in terms of results. So, yeah, I mean, that says it all for me. Chelsea are ahead of where they expected to be at this point. And look, it's good signs. I mean, if we're ahead of where we're expected to be, I think overall the performances have been good. Maybe there's been one or two bad ones. Overall, the results have been good for the most part.
Right.
And on top of that, for the most part, we've got, as you would understand from how I've explained it now with the results being good, performances being good, we've got the performances to match the result in terms of we're not getting a lot of results that we played bad, didn't deserve to win. Maybe Bournemouth, as referenced by Maresca himself in his interview last night. Yeah? I think it was last night.
Absolutely.
Might have been an old video and I just heard it. But he referenced at some point about having games where you don't always play well but you win, and he gave the example of the Chelsea versus Bournemouth game. And then some games where you deserve more, maybe like Anfield, I think he said, when we played Liverpool. But for the most part, the performances are there and the results are there.
Yeah,
whereas
I mean, the performance, no doubt.
Last season, it was mostly the odd result with the odd performance, and they didn't really line up.
The heads are down. We talk about motivation. We even talk about Chelsea bringing in a New Zealand All Blacks person, a motivator, coming to motivate these players for them to know what is at stake. We couldn't get all this under Mauricio Pochettino, and we're also talking about the agility, the persona of Mauricio Pochettino at the touchline, the way he presents himself, how the players see him as the manager. We're trying to compare Mauricio Pochettino to Arteta. I want to see that energy, that passion on the touchline. We've seen many of these traits from Enzo Maresca. We've seen that kind of behavior from Klopp. When things are not going well, we'll see Enzo Maresca will stand on the touchline. You can tell something. He needs to do something. But with Mauricio Pochettino, dude doesn't do nothing. He just sit down on the touchline and watch teams to go bad and bad and bad. And then when he stands up, all he does is he's put his hands in his Spanish coat, the coat or whatever he's wearing, and then you'll be looking left, right, center, and still won't do nothing. And wait for like 15 minutes to go before he does changes. That is something that we'd never experience from Enzo Maresca. I mean Mauricio Pochettino. But I believe that Maresca have come to stay. I don't know what Ruben Amaron is going to do. Amaron was another one, but we'll see.
Can I just quickly cut you off? It's from England themselves.
What is it?
The following players are unavailable for the international break for the England national team: Trent Alexander-Arnold. Yeah, there's more than one Chelsea. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Levi Colwill, Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, Cole Palmer, Aaron Ramsdale, Declan Rice, and Bukayo Saka are all unavailable. Morgan Rogers has received his first senior call-up. Jared Bowen and Jared Brampthwaite along with Tino
Where
Livramento.
where is the
and James
report?
Trafford
Can you
have
share the
also
link
been
with
added.
me so I can put it on the screen?
My friend literally just sent it to me in a message.
Okay.
He's sent me the link to the England article now, so I'll send that in the group, and then you can open it
Put it on the
from
screen.
there, or I can open it and then send you the link to the article.
I mean,
Give me
if you
2
can
seconds.
open it, you can open it and share it on your screen.
Just give me 2 seconds so I can get it up.
Okay.
Do
We
that.
can do that. We have Steve. We got 1 minute to make it snappy, so we can all leave. 2 hours
I'm
is
good
enough of
now.
live
I'm
streaming.
literally just doing it now. So
I know the guys are entertained. They're watching. They like it, but we have to. Everything starts. We
It
have
was
to have a
only
limit.
because it's only just popped up. I'm just waiting for the England one to load. Discord take ages.
Okay.
So I feel like it's doing my head in. Come on, don't have all day, guys. Let's move. Oh shoot! I just sent the same thing. Hang on, bear with me.
Yeah, we're waiting for it.
Oh, for goodness, why won't it open, man? What is this?
I had it open. You want me to show?
Yeah, I don't know why it's not opening on my end.
I had it
Go for
open
it.
here. All right, let me. Is it the one with the I don't know, unknown players holding each other's hands, right?
I've not got it now.
Yeah, I got it here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that.
let me stop.
I think one of those is Brantford. I think. Oh no, that's not Brantford. That might be someone else.
All right, this one, right?
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, that. I was trying to open it and it was taking forever.
So where is the?
If you click on that's the link to the article.
So-
Click the picture. Click the picture. The picture. There you go. Watch it open for you and not me. I swear.
It will.
Nah,
I got
it's
it
taking
blocking.
ages for you as well.
No, I got it blocking. So I hope it opens.
Let me see if I can go directly to the England website. It might be easier.
Yeah, it's not opening here either. So it's not you, just you.
2 seconds. I'm going to quickly try the England website and then it might load from there.
Okay.
Okay. I think we're in business.
All right. Cash flow.
I think.
Cash flow. Oh, Lewis Hall is also in there. Lewis Hall is in the squad.
Yeah, I think Lewis
gonna
was
be-
in the
it's gonna be-
original squad anyway.
It's going to be a very, very young team, Steven. Young team.
Mm-hmm. What is going on? Nothing wants to load. What is this?
It's England. Yeah,
Yeah.
England. It's their own problem. England. Probably,
But yeah,
all you know.
on the Chelsea side of things, both Palmer and Colwill have withdrawn.
Okay, Palmer, cool. Did they withdraw or the club made them withdraw? I don't know. Why did they withdraw? Was that injury?
Well,
Was that
Palmer
something?
was limping. I don't know about Colwill, but you'll remember I mentioned earlier that Fofana's been withdrawn from the French one as well.
Why didn't they call Rich James? Was he invited?
No,
He wasn't invited.
no.
Why? He's playing
I
well.
don't know.
All right.
So that means the only England player is Noni Madueke this international break.
Noni Madueke, the only Chelsea player in the international break that will
For England.
participate for England. But we'll see, guys. We got a lot of bumper package for you guys. So we have other players that we'll be looking into in the previous days coming. We'll be looking at international, our players on international duty. Nicholas Jackson and the others, Christopher Nkunku, and more. Many of these players we'll be looking at them as teams time goes on. Stephen G and me, we want to thank you guys all for coming on the show today. Those that make it a reality, we want to say thank you. Those that are new subscribers for today, we want to say thank you very much for subscribing to Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. Wherever you're watching us from, if you're watching on X, don't forget to follow us there, and keep your notification icon active on X also as well. So it's YouTube. Steven, anything you want to say before we call it a day?
No, got nothing to add.
What do you have over there? Let me see that car. Bring it closer. Let me see that car over there. What car is it?
It's from when I was younger.
Oh, bring it closer. Let me see it. I collect cars, Steve. If you don't know, maybe I haven't tell you. I collect them. Oh, good Acante. It's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I collect cars.
I didn't even know that was there. I actually haven't noticed it was there.
A good Acante. Isn't that what they call that car?
Mini Cooper.
Mini Cooper. Yeah, that's what the Gola used to drive. But anyway. All right, so I will say adios, guys. Blueclouds Media needs Zion and Steven here. We're about to draw the curtains and want to say Leo Desperandos.
Hang on to hope.
All right, so guys, stay cool. We'll be back again tomorrow. Bye for now.
You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the ball, feel the winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the floor, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You're a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. In this moment, own your name. You are a winner in this game. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Stand tall, in the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive.